A prominent advocate of criminal justice reform recently released audio of a voicemail that is incredibly racist. Now, I'm going to give you a warning here. There's some very strong language in this voicemail. So, with that warning, uh, take a look.
How dare you come to St. Louis and say you got the back of that lousy bitch, State's Attorney Kim Gardner. She is just like you. That's why birds of a feather, bitches. That's what you are. You hate cops. You hate white people. You do everything you can to give all the blacks who are criminals every benefit of the doubt, and everybody else is suspect. Black lives only matter when a white person takes it. You blacks can kill each other all you want. In fact, I think that's the grand solution. We need to start driving around the ghettos and just dropping boxes of bullets on every street corner. Let them take each other out. Things were much better in this world, in this country, when everybody stayed in their own goddamn neighborhoods by dusk. There's only one thing worse than a fat-ass, empowered black woman. That's a fat-ass, empowered black woman who's got public reins in her hands. If we'd known you all were going to be this much trouble, we would have picked our own fucking cotton.
Jesus. All right. So that voicemail was directed towards Baltimore State Attorney Marilyn Mosby. So now she had responded by putting this out on social media just to show what kind of reaction she's been getting for being a public activist. So now her tweet said, quote, "This is why I stand with Kim Gardner, and this hateful rhetoric only strengthens my resolve to continue fighting for justice and working to undo the blight of mass incarcerations and its impact on communities of color. Hashtag keepers of the status quo." So now Gardner has been getting a lot of attacks as well. And it's because she filed a lawsuit alleging that the city of St. Louis and its police union were violating the federal KKK Act of 1871 by engaging in a racially motivated conspiracy to oust her from office. So, look, are there people that are racist that are in law enforcement? Of course, there are also people, and there are also active groups that are white supremacist groups that purposely train to become cops so they can have power in the government. Not only that, but also they're doing the same thing for the military. And so this is by design. And so, yes, there are, and this is incredibly embarrassing, by the way, towards the police community when, you have white supremacists that purposely try to infiltrate and become officers. And so, look, that's disastrous, right? So now it's been reported in the case of Gardner that several St. Louis police officers have been caught posting racist content on social media and attacking Gardner's efforts to reform discriminatory drug arrest policies. So now most of them haven't actually faced any disciplinary action from the city itself. Now, I tend to believe in this notion that if you hate a certain group of people, well, then maybe you should be tasked with overseeing their safety or law enforcement. Not only that, but the St. Louis Division of Police also opened what is characterized as an unusual investigation into Gardner's office, examining her role in the case against former Missouri Governor Eric Greitens. So I remember reporting on Eric Greitens, who resigned after accusations that he sexually assaulted a woman and then blackmailed her with photographs of the incident. So real classy guy. So now this attorney, does her job and investigates impossible impropriety, which is proven to be true by a white elected official, a conservative. Did she do anything wrong in that investigation? No. But hey, you take down a conservative white man, an ally of Vice President Mike Pence, and then, of course, well, you must be doing something wrong. And how dare you fight against racist, systemic issues when it comes to incarceration? Oh my God. So this is an effort, I think, to intimidate this woman. She, after all, has received several threatening and racist messages in connection with the Greetings case. So, how dare they both try to do criminal justice reform? We have a disproportionate amount of African American men in prison for possession charges, for drug charges, right? Studies have systematically pointed out sentencing disparities between African Americans and white people who commit the same crime, who have, possession. African Americans are more likely to be given longer prison sentences or to be incarcerated for that possession or these drug related charges on even the first offense. Whereas they'll let a white person off for the same crime and incarcerate a black person or a person of color. And so that is a systemic problem baked into our system, and it must be fixed. It must be rooted out so that we can actually have liberty and justice for all. However, there is a group of people who believe that taking on those racist structures that still exist is going after police, is going after white people. And we have a word for those people: racist, ignorant, and uninformed. So it's actually 3 words. Hey guys, hopefully you enjoyed that free video. Now I'm going to have to ask you a favor. Between the demonetization and the YouTube algorithm messing around with view counts, etc., we're having a hard time adjusting to the new YouTube reality, which is where you guys come in. See, we have a Patreon, patreon.com/TYTNation, set up to help us rely on you guys, the viewers, instead of big corporate ads. Look, you know the show. You know I'm not in favor of big corporations anyway. So help us transition away from relying on the ad model to pay the bills and sign up to be a patron, patreon.com/TYTNation. That goes a long way to help us keep the lights on. And you guys will know that you're supporting independent, progressive media.